Hi Huns, welcome back to another episode of the Hundamental Guide to Life. Hopefully you're enjoying the season so far. We are peak Hun this week because this week I'm welcoming the gorgeous South Shield Angle with the voice of an angle. Yes, it's our angle, our angel, X Factor star, pop star to opera star winner. He's a West End darling. It's the one and only Joe McElderry.
Hello.
Hi Hun, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
Just getting on with life, Hun, just keeping young, recording podcasts and boiling because the weather's gone hot today.
Summer's here. It is time for a few cocktails.
We ask our guests how Hun are they and, sort of where they fit on the Hun scale.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to know would you consider yourself a little bit of a Hun or a total Hun?
I think I'm a little bit of a Hun if I haven't had a drink.
Okay.
And if I've had a drink, I'm a total Hun.
What are the two personalities? Give me some examples.
Well, I mean, I love, I obviously follow your account. I see all of their stuff, and it is so my sense of humor, which in my book means you're a Hun. If you get the jokes, if you get the pop culture references, then you're a Hun.
Yeah.
But when I've had a drink, I am I'll get up on the karaoke, I'll whack out a bit of Shania Twain. I'm all about the girl bands.
Yeah.
I'm all about a bit of Jane Macdonald. My drunken song, there's a bar in Newcastle, and every time I've gone in recently, since we've been allowed to be back out the houses, I've always asked for Jane Macdonald's version of Dance Yourself Dizzy. So now, when I walk in the bar, they play it without me even having to ask. Now, tell me that is not Hun behaviour.
That is peak Hun. That is Joe, let's talk about you at a karaoke because I was thinking about this just before we came on. Now, because I see you love a good sing. Obviously, you're a phenomenal singer. What's it like in your peripheral vision when you walk in a place and you think, I'm in a karaoke bar? Is everybody there going, it's Joe over there? He's going to sing. He's going to sing. Is there a pressure? Do you feel it, or you just want to get up there?
Well, the thing is if you go in there. And there's nothing worse than everybody else is having a good time on karaoke, and then a real singer gets up and kind of ruins the moment for everybody else.
Yeah.
So for me, I try and only do like stupid, silly camp songs.
Yeah.
Rather than get up and whack out a bit of like Ness and Dormer or something, because otherwise it's awkward. So my friend, it was her 30th birthday a few months back, and she was like, please, will you sing a song at my birthday? And I was like, I will. I was like, but she was like, sing Ness and Dormer for me 30th. And I was like, Ashley, it's your 30th birthday. We're all drunk. And I'm going to look like a right egotistical maniac getting up singing Ness and Dormer. So I did a fabulous dance version of Sweet Caroline instead.
You've recently been to Coachella, which I'm now calling Joe-chella because you went to Coachella.
Thank you.
Did you call it Joe-chella whilst you were there?
I was actually calling it Beachella. Remember when they changed it to Beyonce? And I was like, listen, her performance was that good.
Yeah.
We're still calling it Beachella. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoyed Coachella. I'm not really a festival goer, I have to be honest. And one of my friends was like, let's go. I think you'll really enjoy it. And I did enjoy it, but it's a very different vibe to the festivals in England, shall we say.
Yeah, so it's no party in the park.
No, it's not. It's not V Festival.
It's not V Fest for Girls Aloud in Chelmsford back in the day.
Exactly, which was an iconic performance.
Yeah. When you've just come in from the karaoke bar, absolutely singing the house down boots, Jane Macdonald's, are you straight to the kebab shop on the walk of shame home, or are you like nah?
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, by the time it gets to about midnight for me, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to be having on the way home.
Yeah.
It's always a toss-up between, is it going to be a McDonald's, a drive-through McDonald's, or is it going to be cheesy chips and a chicken Kiev pizza?
You are a big leather jacket wearer. Now, are we talking cropped and funky or long and flowing like on The Matrix?
Well, it depends. If I could get it, I'm not very tall, you see. I wasn't blessed with height. So if I wear a long one, it kind of cuts off any sort of height that I might be able to gain with illusion.
Yeah.
Do you know what? So I like a nice crop one, and I actually did a couple of shows. We had a little kind of mini tour we did a couple of weeks back, and I had a fabulous studded, fringed, cropped short leather jacket. It was fabulous.
Now,
And
go on.
Oh, sorry. And I was feeling very like Shania Twain. That was the kind of, the look I was going for.
We always talk on this podcast about fashion, and obviously there's not nostalgic fashion there. But let's talk about men's fashion for a second. It is difficult when you're a stage performer for like men's wear on stage, isn't it? Because you want to be a bit showy, you want something a bit thin, but you also don't want to be absolutely boiling on stage, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had this conversation a couple of weeks back because I was looking at, I can't remember, I went to see a show and there was a female singer. She came out in this beautiful sparkly outfit, and I said, like there's for men, it's really difficult to get something that looks really showy, but also not fancy dress as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to look like you're going, to like the 80s fancy dress party down the road. So it is, and for me, but I do have a fabulous Beyonce fan on the front of the stage on every show that I do for that very reason, so that it just wafts.
Just a bit of drama.
Yeah, and it catches the claws, it adds to the drama.
Yeah. And then you keep your hair long as well, and then, and then you get the wig on, it's all blowing in the wind.
Once I get the Jane Macdonald bouncy blow dry on, it really catches.
We've mentioned Jane Macdonald quite a lot in this. Have you met Jane?
I've sang with Jane.
You've sang with Jane. Is Jane? Have you got Jane's WhatsApp number? This is what I want to know.
Well, I did. I did Jane and Friends just before lockdown. Actually, I recorded it just before lockdown, and we did this fabulous Greatest Showman special, and we sang together on that. She's so lovely. I've known Jane quite a few years actually, because she came down to Pops on Opera Star, the final. She was down there with a few of the ITV lot when she was still on Loose Women, and she was really. I was going through quite a big change in my career at that time. I was changing management behind the scenes, and it was all a bit chaotic.
Sure.
And she pulled us to one side in the room after the thing. And when somebody just gives you like just some really sound advice, and just be like, you just do you, and I'll always remember that. She's always been a very supportive lady. So I've got all the time in the world, and she's got a fabulous version of Dance Yourself Dizzy. So it killed two birds with one stone. Do you know what I mean?
She is keeping you propped up at every karaoke bar.
Oh, yes. I've been on a night out with Claire, actually. Last time I was on a night out with Claire Sweeney, she was in Freedom in London, and she'd forgotten to pay her bar bill from the previous time. So she told them that she would come back. I think I hope she spoke about this publicly. Yeah. Well, she said it on stage in front of everyone, so everybody knew. Yeah. And she basically said to them, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll come back in a couple of weeks and I'll do a gig to make up for not paying for the bar bill." So she gets up in the middle of the night and does like a 20-minute set, a bit of Chicago, all of these songs. I thought, you know what, that's fair play. That's fantastic behaviour. Yeah,
that is classic Sweeney. I've not paid for me vodka Red Bulls, but I will do a 20-minute turn for you. Just knock it off the bill, love, and we'll go. Brilliant. That is classic Sweeney. I just love her. I think she's fabulous. Claire Sweeney, we hope is going to come on as one of our future guests. So yes.
I think last time we spoke, I did used to have the Live, Laugh, Love sign. I was coming to that. I did used to have that. That's now gone, actually, but I still do. I'll tell you which one I do like, and I actually put it in a song that I wrote. Don't wait for the storm to pass, just dance in the rain. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I actually used that quote in a song.
So, was it ironic, or did it get you there?
It got us there. It brought a tear to my eye, and I've danced in many a storm, I have to say.
Yeah, exactly. My advice to anybody is, if you are going to delete Facebook, just make sure you've got your house in order before you do, because it's going to cause you a lot of problems.
And make sure your statuses weren't cringy.
Yeah. Oh, God, there were some really, really, really questionable statuses, which do not reflect the person that I am today.
In fact, the same friend sent one. I'm just thinking of another one he sent us just off the top of my head, which is another one. If anyone is near Whitley Bay, can you bring me a chicken pizza?
And you're like, let me just finish Dance Yourself Dizzy and I'll be up.
But I was like, wow, okay, times have changed.
Right, let's talk about some of the Hun products that you might have in your life. Have you got any questionable glassware?
Well, I've got a big glass cabinet there.
Uh-huh.
I've actually got, I've got two like gold goblets, and I don't know where they're from, but I actually gave it to a friend the other day, and they were like, "Is this from the Joseph tour?"
Is this official merch from the Joseph tour?
And I was like, no, I don't know where they're like gold goblet things. And then I've got a couple of, I get like quite a lot of, which are beautiful, but I'm always frightened to drink out of them. I get quite a lot of like, when you finish tours and like gifts that are sent to stage doors, people always get like lovely engraved glasses with like things. So I've got all them in there, but it's always a risk because then you give it to somebody and then it smashes. So I try and keep them all in one place.
And they're very, very cruel mistresses when it comes to a dishwasher as well the next day. I have had many a glittery glass ruined by a dishwasher.
Exactly. So, but I do believe that it's a nice drink is 50%
the glass
based on having a nice glass.
The final thing that we do with all of our guests, Joe, is that we ask all of our guests to conduct their ultimate Hun into the Hunsnet Hundamental Guide to Life, Royal Hun or Hall of Fame. Now, it can be for any reason whatsoever.
Right.
But they will be crowned this week's Royal Hunness as crowned by you, Joe McElderry.
Do you know what? Because of the conversation that we've just had, and I think I'm going to give it to Claire Sweeney.
Claire Sweeney is this week's Royal Hunness.
I think she deserves it because she camps it up, she gives it, and she's a true Hun. I love it. She's
a true Hun. She camps it up. She doesn't pay a bill in freedom, but she will pay. She will sing for a vodka Red Bull. No, this is. I need to like cross-reference this story with Claire before we actually. This is not an official accusation of Claire not paying for a drink. I do like a bit of freedom though as well. I do like a bit of freedom on Wednesday night.
It's so good. So good.
Love it.
Well, I went to Turkey for 3 days last week, which was the last minute. There was a couple of friends out there were staying in a villa, and they said, "Oh, come out for a couple of days," but I could only go because of work and stuff.
Sure.
For 3 days, so that was a short one. But I do enjoy a good 10-day break. You know what? I just think once you're there, you want to. I hate getting somewhere and then thinking in 2 days' time I've got a plan getting home. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, when you go, are you kind of hotel or are you villa? Because what I love about, and I've spoken about this previously, I love going to a hotel and getting into the community of the hotel. I love it.
I hate that.
I love it.
No, for me, the reason I hate it is because I should explain this.
Yeah.
Is I spend so much time around so many people all the time that the last thing I want to do on a holiday is make small talk.
Yeah.
You know, I want to just kind of be able to chill out and not, whereas when you're in a hotel, everybody tends to talk to everyone.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'll do that, and I will do that all day long at home. But I'm like, I just need 10 days of not doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love it. I don't like contribute that much. Well, maybe, but I do like looking who's going. Oh, she's late down to the pool today.
I do love people watching though. That is the one good thing about it. And like, what I love as well is getting up early. If I ever am in a hotel like that, is I love getting up and watching people fight for the sunbeds. It's my favourite thing in the world. Like how stressed people get over a sunbed.
Joe on the road this year. Make sure you check out that on Joe's website, and also follow Joe on Instagram if you're not already. Which is is it at Joe McElderry?
At Joe McElderry official. Yeah.
Official. Are there any unofficials going out? Have you got any tributes?
No, but you always. What always annoys me is you can't get your own name on blooming Instagram. So you have to put official on the end.
You can't. But you are the official Joe McElderry. Official Joe McElderry. Thank you for joining us on the Hunsnet podcast, and good luck with the shows this year. And we'll see you very soon. Bye, hon.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.